You said religious conversion is the number one thing.
Well, it's radical personality transformation.
Yeah, what is religious conversion? How do you understand that? What does that mean?
Well, at the simplest level, it means determining to aim up.
What does that mean? To be better, to act with virtue?
To be better, to decide that you're going to be better. Yeah. And there's stages in that. Like the simplest stage, fundamentally, is, well, make a list of all the stupid things you're doing that you know are stupid.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone can do that. Yeah. It's like, what's making your life not as good that you're doing?
Yes.
You should be able to write a few things like that down.
Definitely.
Okay, then you take those and you think, okay, is there any of those I would stop? Right? And then you start with that. Mm-hmm. And you make a commitment. So, for example, in the biblical stories, when Abraham, this happens very frequently when someone attends to the call of God. So when Abraham attends to the call of adventure, because that's how God's represented in the story of Abraham, the first thing he does, he agrees to leave his comfort zone. Mm-hmm. He leaves his tent. He leaves his father's wealth. He's 70 years old. He's never been out in the world. He decides to go out. He builds an altar and he consecrates it to God. What does it mean? Well, it means that part of the adventure is upward aim. You consecrate yourself to that. You make a decision. This is what people do when they decide that they're going to change their life. It's like, oh, I'm doing something wrong. I'm going to try to aim up. Okay, well, you're blind and stupid and sin-ridden. And so how do you know what's up? Well, you probably don't, but you might know something about what's down.
Yeah.
Right? So you can start with prohibitions. That's why the 10 Commandments are basically prohibitions, right? They're not how to climb to heaven. They're how to stay away from hell. Well, that's not a bad beginning, right? And so you do this in therapy with people. It's like, okay, you're miserable. Well, what is it that you're doing that's contributing to that misery as far as you're concerned, right? This is your own judgment, that you can identify, that you would take responsibility for, and that you would be willing to work on changing.
Okay.
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Start with so for example, with regards to spoken truth, we say, well, tell the truth. It's like, what do you know about the truth?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, fine. You're ignorant and deluded. Okay, so what do? Stop lying.
I love that.
Yeah, which lies?
Yeah.
The ones you know are lies.
Yeah, at least don't do
At
that.
least those. Just those. Just start with that. Don't say things that you know are false. Right. And so practice that. And then what happens is your capacity to discriminate improves. Mm-hmm. Right? And then you think, oh, that's a lie too. And oh, that's another lie. It's like lies everywhere. When I figured this out in my 20s, when I was working on the problem of atrocity. And I realized that lies were associated with the dominance of a totalitarian state. Mm-hmm. Okay, I thought, I'm going to stop lying. Well, what did I figure out? 95% of what I did was a lie. It was a stunning shock. Wow. It was a shock. Because like I said earlier, I had a proclivity to use my intellect as a status tool, a weapon, something I was proud of. Because I was a smart kid. And so whatever status I had, reputation, let's say, was built on that. And, well, that's an invocation to pride, fundamentally. That's the Luciferian intellect. It's the worst sort of sin.
Also, a massive thanks to Hallow for sponsoring this podcast. Hallow.com/Matt Fradd is where you want to go if you want to try out their entire app for 3 months for free. It is an absolutely fantastic app. They actually have all of my audio podcasts on there right now, so you can listen to them over there. They have Catholic lo-fi, meditation, amazing stuff. Hallow.com/Matt Fradd to get 3 months for free. Hey, thanks so much for watching this clip. If you want to watch more clips of me chatting with Jordan Peterson, click these videos somewhere here on this screen.